Good morning, guys. Here from Pax Europiana, this time from Budva. This is the region called Slavia. Slavia, which has some kind of old Yugoslavian public company. Then it was sold, and it is now this area here. And this is another 5-star hotel here. Yes, Iberostar is here big time, and they have done this. I guess they are the operation company here. Probably, I don't know that 100% sure, but it's another big asset. They have in Peras, they have in Iberostar in Herzegovina. They really went big time into this beautiful tourism industry. This is what I like. Yes, it's very good. And I'm here in this part of Budva. I have not shown you up to now. This is opposite of the Slovenska Plaza. It's one of the big touristic assets which they have here, and it's very beautiful, and I like it. Yeah, and this is obviously this. It almost crashed me, but you know, Iberostar. Wow, 3 or 4? Do they have more than 4 hotels already? I don't know exactly. Things are changing so fast in Montenegro. I cannot keep track. You know, things are changing and they are getting much better. When you see the tourism industry, obviously here in ex-Yugoslavia and Montenegro, tennis is very big, obviously. No shit, Sherlock. Here they have this traditional kind of beautiful Slovenska Plaza. What it is, it's a kind of recreational activity. There's a lot of parking, and then you have the swimming pool with the seawater, and it's the Budvanska Riviera. Basically, that's the public company. It's now partially under privatization, and things are moving in Budva. I'm very impressed always when I'm not so often. Let's say normally I'm driving through Budva. Actually, something. Hello. I'd like to say that it would be much better to have an upper ring road and have the transit there and create the Adriatic-Ionian highway, have the big transit going in Niksic and Podgorica, and the small transit on the top of that hill. It's easy to Bay, and that would be very good for the people here, for the tourism, because there would be more opportunities. But let's focus on the big hotels. This is Iberostar. You cannot be better than that. This is really cool. And Montenegro is developing. People here are really, when you look around, the development is impressive. Yeah? Here, of course, very beautifully done, this big tourist resort. I've never been into it. You see people from all over the world enjoying. Here it's Iberostar. Have beautiful, well-designed tourism facility. Don't forget, sports and was semi-religious kind of level. Sportsmen were the best people. The country I stayed in Yugoslavia was part of the state. Religious kind of post, I would call it like that. You know, here of course you see a nice place, the atmosphere is good, and now the international investors are making, and the local investors in their shadow can benefit, and that makes all the difference. And the Budvanska Riviera, Budva is a big tourist. Now it's a here, but I was told I have not seen any Ukrainian cars up to now. Obviously, this is former Austrian territory. They are very happy here about that. It doesn't today, because Montenegro and for Montenegro to join the European Union, because that's really very important. Just had discussions about that, and be sure, Goes Europe will be advocating for the membership of the country. Union. It's all up for of this magic. Very small. Twitter, social media, YouTube. We will use all we have. Put communication tools of a better world. And look at it. Very good. Restaurant Piazza, Slovenska Plaža. That is why it's called Slovenska. No, but things are asset to have. You see, of course, you know, it's development here. Private guests, you have state from the Soviet times. You have there's also a great. There is, of course, the private hotels, the family-run apartment blocks. There is other small style investors, simply people buying apartments. That is also making you an investor. I always say to the countries, I always say that let's focus on what Bulgaria did successfully. 300,000 apartments sold. It's one, but don't sell. Let's that one. You can give residence rights and work permits, yes, but don't sell passports. That's a big no-go, Montenegro. No golden passports. No. If you do that, I'm sure in the European Parliament the friends level will be much less, and that would be very sad. I tried this way now here. What's the way? I'm trying to discover this morning a bit of Budva, because I told you I tried to discover that bay a bit, because I'm so much focused in the last years. Always Kota Bay, Tivat. I will show you Tivat as well. So that's a very beautiful place here. Look, they have really good fruits. And here they have good parking, all well organized. They have solar panels already. Look at that, yeah. This is very good. This is very good. Parking with solar. The logic is unbeatable. Here the sun is there. The place is beautiful. The beach is fantastic. And of course, Budva is an amazing place. And I will show you some of it as much as I can on this beautiful day. But you see, every year it's getting better. The country is moving up. This big facility, Slovenska Plaža, is like a small village here, and they are doing the morning preparations for the cleanup, the gardening work. And you see, this place has even a covered walkway. How much better you can get? Here the solar power, the power of the sun deployed for that beauty. And here this beautiful central park. It's like a central park here. I didn't know that this exists. Yeah, this is a prime asset. Wow, how wonderful that swimming area is. Slovenska Plaža. The name is, of course, you know, confusing. It has nothing to do with Slovenia or whatever, just the name. And this central park is very cool. I like it a lot. They have a really beautiful asset here, and that's a magic kind of asset to have. And yes, it's beautiful, and it's coming. We are here on the spot, and let's see what I can show you. I want to learn a bit about Budva, Budvanska Riviera, Slovenska Plaža. This is one big company. This is like the market square here. Very beautiful. Laboratoria, there's all the facilities here, and that's very good. And here there is the other big, that's the big development. And over there, I will show you. This is one of the most expensive real estate. It's called Trikane. And you see all this beauty here, of course. Top service, the guys are getting ready for the beach day. And here you have this beautiful place, and this is, yeah, Trikane, the most expensive real estate, some years ago at least, yeah. I'm sure that competition for that rank is already with others, but that was at one point the most expensive real estate 10 years ago. Maybe my information is outdated, but I will give you this impression of that beautiful ex-Yugoslavian asset, which is beautifully here, a kind of central park. It's a real city inside the city. It's not only Slovenska plaža, you can say, one place to swim, but it's a whole tourism kind of company, as they did it in Yugoslavia systematically, with tennis, with swimming pools. This is how Tito likes to develop his country. His sports facilities were big time assets in Yugoslavia, and obviously now they are under renovation, and that is all levels of them. But look at it, how big it is here. This is really very nice. I've never been here. I discover it as I go. Here, for example, some typical leftovers. You always have the old and the new connected in these countries. You have the most expensive real estate here in town. Here some even newer kind of frontline development. We are very close to the beach. Here you have some leftovers waiting for redevelopment. So you have it all. You have the big time. That's not part of Slovenska plaža. That's probably a different state asset. So you have it all. In between you have the big guys who are going after that one. Obviously some regional oligarchs, fond of investing in such a big asset, must always go in responsibility. This is a typical kind of publicly owned enterprise. Here, oh, you cannot even pass through. Okay, I'm now on some private property, trespassing. They don't shoot me there. I'm an Austrian guy. Whenever some people in Podgorica were chasing me now, what's going to Fellinger? Why is he doing that? But yeah, we make this little tour through 4 countries, and we are moving into the. That's a big question. But the thing is, what is important? What happens with this country? The country must be in the European Union. It's the test case of our seriousness. Montenegro inside gives the stability, economic prosperity, and it's the test case of all the 9 countries. One country where we can, yes, we can do that. It's not too complicated. It is absolutely doable. It's beautiful. It will lift the country to a more equitable form of development. Because one thing is to pay whatever, I knew the prices some years ago, 3,500 here, and the rest is living in informality. Then the next one is the big oligarch one, the good state assets, yes, bring it to the next future, next level, but they're living then from the pension retirement. 1/3 of the people in Montenegro are living off the pension books. That's the reality. 2022, and it was already 5 years ago. I was now focused on Ukraine so much the last 5 years. I'm not on the latest level of information in all aspects, and it's always complicated to stay on top of development in 9 different countries. Smarter guys than me, hello Gerald Knaus, they can do that. But I'm just a humble economist calling for the euro, and they have it already here. I'm just calling for treat your investors better, and they do to some extent. I'm calling for big investments in the cadastre system, that you can build this kind of developments on such a land register. And look at it. This was once the biggest Grand Bazaar. Look at it. Yeah? This is the piazza. This actually is not the perfect piazza way to, a Mediterranean piazza, Grand Bazaar. This is the idea of a Mediterranean kind of evening stroll. This could be a bit better, if you're honest. There's a little big plot for redevelopment, so that's always cool. Wow. What will be one day here? Who knows, but it's a lot of land, state owned. There's many opportunities attached to that one. And so we are now in the middle of Budva. That's the kind of pedestrian walkway, always very good. Montenegro cruising. You can see the beautiful inner side, Ostrog, the monastery, the Mamula Island, the big rivers, and it's beautiful here. Of course, you know, that needs a business improvement district. Hello. That is so logical. Here is a little bit of a street I have to cross in order to be careful. You see the big developments, big time coming up here all over the place. There's so much investment here. And the first time I was here, I tell you, it was in 2002 with Mr. Vukadin. He showed me Montenegro. We were at the beach. There was still a hideout for war criminals, and it was completely underdeveloped. And it was really very, very poor. And now I will show you the contrast, because this is Budva. Isn't it amazing? This is amazing. Complete means 2 chairs and 1 umbrella, 10 euros, not too expensive. And look how beautiful it is, yeah? Isn't it amazing? They even call it Hawaii. And that's the old town of Budva, which is actually very famous. You see the Montenegro flag, yeah? This is the huge big time developments they are now doing here in Budva, and it's beautiful. The Riviera is very long. You can walk over there until the next peninsula, where there is this Dukli investment. This is Dukli, I would call it Dukli, whatever. That's a big thing. But here, this is now an American of Uzbekistan descent who has done it big time, the investment over there in Dukli. It was very controversial, and the king of Budva at that time, I think it was called Marovic, he went out of politics because giving the construction permit to a Russian investor. But then it was flipped to an American investor, and he is doing it now very seriously. Obviously, it was controversial to allow such density at that peninsula, but it turned out to be fantastic. Yeah, the beach life here, it's very good, I would say. Yes, this is an amazing place. There is a lot of development. I will walk and talk you now into Budva, because I really love it. It's amazing and it's beautiful, and this is amazing. Montenegro. If you want to come, it's a free country. Money, but you have to bring less than in Croatia. And if you want land, it's absolutely possible. It's a bit more densely populated than Croatia, and it has a lot of tourism potential, and it will be a very successful country in the future. Have no doubt about that one. And there is some breakfast, and that will be my place to eat and drink now. And I will keep you posted here from this beautiful place. I like it. You see the Tivat airport is bringing in the tourists. Please extend it. And here there is big time developments now going on. That's Budva. It's very beautiful, and I can just recommend it. Yeah. This is again Sveti Stefan over there. The big development. The Aman resort is now out, but they will find a new investor for that. And here we are in this beautiful place. And here you see a lot of tourism facilities. It's still early in the morning. I'm here breaking down in the summer heat. The logical thing is to sit at the beach and to enjoy, but that was never so much my plan. Here I'm at a place called Obala, and something to do with Obala. And here you see some of the informality still there, but behind it there's the Trikane development. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another big development. Wow, what a big hotel structure is coming up here. That's huge, and it will be absolutely transforming that beautiful place in the future. And I'm heading into a place where I can have a small breakfast, and then heading to show you what can be done and what is happening here. It is really quite a contrast between informality and big time development. Wow, here we are in Budva again. Amazing, and that's really very beautiful. This is the bay of Budva, and I want you to see it. It's amazing, and I love it. I love Montenegro, will be my next one, and it's perfect. Thanks a lot. More to come from Pax Europiana here from Budva.